But let's check out the first cast. Perfect cast. That's to be expected. There's a bite. First cast. Look at this. Look at the size of this fish. Look at this. And look at him. Are you kidding me? And then he... Oh God, I hope I got that on video. All right, so walking up on this hole here. Well, I actually don't know if it's a hole. We'll see. I found this trail off the road here. And it looked like there's some good spots from the road over here, but obviously let's take the trail. See where this takes us again today. I'm running a beat up Panther Martin spinner. Gold and red. I'm telling you, for Oregon, if you're gonna run a spinner, there's nothing better. Got about 8-pound test, 3,000 size reel. Okuma, let's see, just 2 to 6 pound. So I think this is a little bit overkill for this rod. And honestly, maybe even for these fish, I could get away with probably 4-pound test. But this is just more, I can just use this in more scenarios, so I leave this on here. I still haven't found a way to get down, but I just wanted to show how beautiful this is. Like it looks like I could get down here. That looks like an utter shit show though, as does it the rest of the way down. Sure is pretty, but I don't think I need to risk my life going that way for some trout, so I may, look at this, I may just keep going down here and see if this water lightens up a little bit, because this is obviously not the ideal spinner scenario. So we'll keep going and catch up in a second if I find anything. I just got to show you how nuts this is. Some of you know where this is. A lot of you probably won't. Look, but the pools here, I gotta go down. The pools here are outrageous, and the potential for harm is also off the charts. But if you're considering fishing in the most beautiful of places, then I don't know that you're gonna beat this. So let's do a little observation here. This is not great. It's too deep for spinner fishing. We've lost the rest of the stairs. This is killer, this stretch, but only if we can. I mean, ideally I'd be casting upstream. Again, that's only ideally though, because to be honest with you, I think that there's probably enough fish here that are hungry where we could just fish casting downstream, reeling back up, and we catch fish pretty easy. I'd love to see if I could get over there and cast upstream. I think that might be the move. That looks like it could be deep, but if I get around this bend and back down and cast across here, that's fish heaven. I think in the meantime, I may have to take a picture of this because it's nuts. You know, the depth is always a little bit off on these videos, where I think it's hard to appreciate how treacherous some of this actually is. Now, thankfully, if I can make it down, ideally without sliding on my ass off the cliff, it is generally, as most of you will know, easier going uphill than downhill. What I saw though when I looked up here was that there's a little spot here where I might be able to cast out, regardless of if I can make this work. Sure is a beautiful spot to check out, so we'll do that. Come on now. All right, so I'm just coming up on the spot. Forgot my sunglasses, but it's not an overwhelming amount of glare, thankfully. I'm going to guess, just from the way that this water looks, having fished it before as well, that I'll catch fish pretty immediately here. So got my pliers ready this time. I'm gonna do a first cast, and I can fish for a few minutes here pretty well. I don't see anything good right down that way, so I'll probably hike back out and try a new spot. But let's check out the first cast. Perfect cast. That's to be expected. There's a bite. First cast. Look at this. Look at the size of this fish. Look at this. Oh, look at him. Are you kidding me? And then he... Oh God, I hope I got that on video. So I'm using barbless again because there's some small fish. Now you can keep two native trout, which is all that I want. Anything stocked, I'll toss back. But anyway, in case they're stocked or in case they're too small, the minimum is 8 inches. I don't want to hurt them, so they'll be tossed back. But I did call first cast. Let's check this out. Check this out. You can if there are trout in this water, you're going to be able to see them so easily, so easily. So here we go. Let's see. There's also less leaves here this time, which is nice, because the last time that I was here, this lure is getting caught on all kinds of leaves. It's also worth mentioning now that I've been using the same lure. I don't want to jinx myself, but I've been using the same lure for the past 4 times I've gone fishing, and you know, that could be kind of boring. And at the same time, if you're catching fish, it's a fine balance between, well, I'm catching fish every cast, let me make it harder on myself, and I can't catch any fish, let me know what I know is going to be let me use what I know is going to be successful. I know this is going to be successful, so what we might do is, after I catch a couple fish on, this could be a bite cast right here because it's perfect. After I catch a couple fish on this, I'll probably switch it up if I'm still fishing and use something that maybe is a little bit more, I don't know, niche. All right, let's see what we got. So you saw first cast. I mean, I hit one. Trying to think here. You know, I could go also cast across here. There we go. That's a good cast. I didn't let it sink, but fish see it, game on. All right, I'm going to get back to you when I have a fish. Oh. All right, come on. Did I already hit the only fish in this water? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. All right, well, I'll come back in a minute. All right, being that the water's not too deep, let's see what we can do here. Much better angle here for, there's a bite, for catching a fish. All right, I'm gonna keep casting right up this line. That's the only angle I have, really. But I think it'll get us where we need to be. Come on. Doesn't spin as well against the current, or I should say with the current, but if I spin it fast enough here. Right now the regulations are artificial flies and lures. So there's no option for you know, a bobber with a worm. Obviously, it's hard to beat a bobber with a worm, but it's not an option right now. All right, so that's a perfect cast. I'm really getting fast because I'm fighting the current. I basically need to outspin the support that the current's giving me to make this thing actually work. See how you really got to move it fast to make it spin. So I'm gonna try and hit this corner here where it's a little bit slower. That works perfectly. I'm gonna cast a different direction here. All right, if I don't get a fish here momentarily, I mean, I know there's probably 10 of them right here, but there we go. Reel that in quick. I mean, really, I think my best option right here is around this bend. I'm just trying not to go too deep here. There we go. That's a perfect cast. All right, watch this. Okay, don't watch me. Let's try that one more time. Then we'll keep moving. Yeah, it's not a great angle either. All right, I lied about keep moving. Let me hit over here too. You never know where these fish are. Really, I mean, I just can't see the water, what the water table looks like here, but I can hit here, and have a chance at a fish. So let me do that. A little bit slower of a retrieve is probably useful too. I'm not seeing anything really going for it. All right, one more cast. Such a pretty spot, it's hard for me to want to move on. I'm gonna aim for that last potential hole right there. Perfect. Let's see what we got. We got a whole bunch of nothing, guys. Ah, my reeling here is not ideal. I actually don't know why. It might be my line, but I'm not really quite sure. Actually, I know the answer to this. It's because I'm using a spinner here that shit like this happens where the line gets spun up. So this is probably useful to do. Stop it, let it reset. Still spinning. And that's from all that rotation. Sometimes people will use, what are they called? Swivels here to stop that from happening to the line. It's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. All right, last cast. I just don't want to lose all my battery, so I'm gonna shut this shit off if I don't have it on the line. Good cast along the edge, I'll take that. All right, let's keep it cruising. So we came from this way. It doesn't look like anything I can walk to that way. Let's go back to the car. All right. I think this camera's bound to fall. Let's see if we can do something about that. It's about as good as that's gonna get. Let's see, as soon as I hit a bump, if that shit goes off the chain. All right, so I've already been fishing. I called it. I got a bite first cast. Beautiful location, but I didn't land it. I'm using barbless hooks, which is only part of the problem. I was trying to let him fight a little bit, as you'll have seen in the video, because I had the drag pretty loose so that he could take off, but he used that time to get the frick out. So it was a good sized fish too. Would have been a good eater. You know, my goal is to catch 2 natives, as I may have said earlier in the video, and then I'm gonna try and build a fire depending on how long it takes me to catch 2 good fish and cook them out here. Something to do. The question is, can I catch those 2 fish? So last time I was out here was actually the last video, so if it looks like a similar area, it's because it's the same area. But the reason I'm out here again is I've been to a few other places recently and just didn't have a chance to record, and so I'm cycling through places, and now I'm back here. Actually, right here is the spot where I was fishing last time and had really good luck. Gate's still closed. I'm curious if that means that we could get lucky with fish here. So, do I really want to fish the same place? Yeah, I do. It's a beautiful spot. But let's see. All right, so I'm fishing here. I'm gonna fish this scene here and fish it all the way down to here. I'm gonna probably sit right in front of the camera here, maybe here, and cast into it. It's very fast. It's probably a foot higher than when I fished here last, but I was really hitting the fish here last time, so we'll see if it's still got good action. If not, we'll just keep moving. I'm gonna use something a little bit bigger today. I'll show you guys in just a second here. Honestly, it might be too big. Yeah, that's too big. Hold on, I'll show you guys in just a second. I think these fish are not really that big. Nah, it might be too big. Alright, let me talk myself out of it. Let me try something else here. What is this? A size 4 is too big. But a size 3? Size 3, you guys? No. Let's try the yellow panther martin here. Old but reliable, as it were. So let's try that. I'll tie it up real quick. My last video, just a second. My last video I actually caught a couple fish here, but the camera was at an angle where it didn't look like I caught any. So I'm hoping today, using a little bit more of a wide angle, you guys might see me catch some fish. I'll have to remember that the microphone doesn't work unless I'm close. So maybe I'll dub it over later, but I'll probably just come back to the camera to show you what I catch. This one might have barbs on it still, which is honestly not the worst thing. Yeah, it does. So let's see. I'm hoping you guys can see me from here. If not, you'll see the lure here in a second. Fast water here, guys. More so than last time. Alright, let me fix this camera angle. Alright, I guess you guys probably could see me. Alright, I'm going to cast downstream just because the current's too strong. I think I saw a fish rise there. Could have been a leaf, but it would have been a perfectly placed leaf if it is. Let me try it again. Hard to say though. There's a bite. I don't know, you guys might see that on the camera. I'm recording in 4K, so maybe you'll see it. Try it again. Yeah, we definitely have. Oh, here's a fish. There's a fish again. Oh, it's a healthy fish too. Alright, let's see if I can land him out of net here. Holy shit, that's a healthy fish. Come on, no. Wow. That is a beautiful fish, you guys. You guys see that? It's a stalker, but it's still a beautiful fish. All right, you guys, so I did just catch one fish. It's upside down. Beautiful salmon, beautiful trout. Let me restart this. I caught one beautiful keeper trout here. It's stocked, but the meat is beautiful. Super pink, orange. So a sign of a healthy fish, which this area, I'm coming to realize, has a lot of. Very happy. It's a big fish, but I'm going to try and have a fire, so I might catch one more because I'm a big boy. It shouldn't take too long. I don't even know what time it is here. Let's see. It's about 3:15. Could be out of here. I could catch another fish. Have a fire done by 5. So I'm gonna try for that. First things first, let's catch one more fish. Let's make sure that this is good. All right, so let's see. I'm fishing down here. Let me turn the camera here. Don't mind my hairdo. All right, so you guys, I switched to a again, another Panther Martin spinner. Yellow instead of red dots and no red stripes. I don't know if that means much right now. I think I'm in a better spot for these fish. So let's see, let's get off my top of my head here and let's see if we can get a panorama. So I casted here. The last fish, I'm gonna do the same. A bad angle I'm sitting at here. Let's oh, this camera's so nice. Let's cast, let's say right between these two dead trees and pull it in before it gets too far down. Perfect. Oh, perfect cast. Let's see. Oh, that's a perfect cast. All right, let me try that again. Might actually go in front of this tree. That too far, perfect. All right, reel that bad boy in. Pretty slow. All right, I'm gonna go down and see if I can't catch one. another stalker, but a beautiful fish nonetheless. All right. It is nice to have a net for the fish, if for nothing else than the fish's sake. All right. See the fish? Real beauty. All right. So it's quite the angle, isn't it? Let's see if this works out better. How's that? How do we do? Caught a couple fish. I'd say like 9 inches, 2 of them, maybe 9 and 10. Both stocked, but also both very healthy looking, which is nice. The water is beautiful. I'm starving, so I'm gonna go home and cook these up, and that'll be my dinner. I almost only fished 1 fish, but then I thought to myself, I'm hungry, so I got 2, which is the limit, and I'll cook these up at home. They should be pretty good. Basically just, I think just in butter, you know. So we'll see how that goes.